I will be your host this afternoon for the next, I don't know, hour and a half or so, 2 hours, give or take. And what we're going to talk about is Stockholm, Sweden. Sweden, beware, all right? We're telling you all the way from fucking America, dude. Hey, watch it out. This cult leader is coming to your city, to Stockholm, okay? She's a con artist. We don't know how much more fucking clear we can be about this, that we're over here trying to spread awareness about this psycho, and other countries are enabling the behavior, okay? Yo, Daniela Bogdanov, our local Swede, yes, she's on her way. She's en route, dude. She's en route. She should be showing up to the airport probably in a few hours, actually. She flew out from London. I got your... I work today, man. I don't check Facebook when I work, so thanks, Daniela. So she already switched planes. She's doing a layover in London, and then she's on to Sweden. Oh, she is in her room? Okay, so she's in her room at her fucking hotel that the donors paid for. Now, donors, I want you to imagine this for a minute, okay? For real, Katherine Crick donors, all right? Do you think Katherine is going to come to your bedside when you're sick, when your child's sick, or when you're in financial trouble? Do you think Katherine is really going to come help you? Really think about that. Really try to imagine that for a second, okay? Because that's important when we talk about Katherine. And a couple other things I want you guys to really think about, donors. Listen, okay? Listen, donors. I'm not saying you shouldn't tithe, okay? But you should definitely check where your tithes are going, okay? Because Katherine doesn't care about your money. The only thing she cares about is it being in her pocket, okay? And Katherine, I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching, Katherine, okay? Because I had a really nice long talk with one of these sources today, and it's so enlightening to hear these people talk about it, man. And we're going on about you, Katherine, and talking about where you really started at, Jordavy. That's where it all started, was with Jordavy, right? This cult leader over in Africa, all right? There really is no foundation to Katherine's organization, donors. Listen, and you really got to listen to this, okay? Katherine's organization was basically founded on lies and deceit and fraud, okay? So in the end, that's all it's going to be. Lies, deceit, and fraud. Now, I know for a fact that Katherine... Katherine, why would you protect... You literally shit on your friends. You did. You shit on your best friends, Katherine. When your friends told you what happened in Tanzania, you backed Jordavy. You took Jordavy's side after your best friends were abused by him. And you know that. You know that. And you can't dispute that, Katherine. You won't ever come out and talk about it. You won't ever come out and talk about what happened there, because it was a hellish trip for everybody else except you. Because, Katherine, Jordavy used you, okay? You're a little cash cow for him. Whatever he does, you do in your sermons. And the source was telling me today, yeah, Jordavy has all his little fucking followers watch her bullshit, because Jordavy's been trying to plant a fucking seed in America for a fucking minute to try and get American money. And Katherine was his little fucking cash cow. So now that he's got his little fucking meat hooks in Katherine, that's all she knows, and that's all she's ever going to know is Jordavy. And again, Katherine, here's some things that can prove that your doctrine isn't sound, okay? First, you're never going to have kids. You talk about... You break up marriages. Let's just put it that way. You break up marriages, okay? So that disqualifies you. You're actually kicking people out of your cult for like asking questions, okay? That's another sign of a cult. That disproves you. The cease and desist from the lawyer, that disproves you. Your doctrine, you can't go outside of the book of Acts. Hey, how you doing, Saifa? Good to see you, man. Hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate you being here. We're talking about this cult leader named Katherine Crick. She's in Sweden today on the donor's dime, all right? And she's saying she's going to go there to do this anointing. Now, Katherine, do you ever tell your donors how much you're spending on the trips? You put a general fund out, but have you ever really broke down how much you spend and told your donors, hey, this is what I actually spent? That's another thing that disqualifies you, Katherine. You're the only one doing everything. You should technically have a board. You shouldn't be doing anything else but doing the preaching. You should have a fucking video team, a team that handles the finances. Oh, she's a crook, Lisa. Lisa, she's a crook. Yes. Katherine Crook. That's what they should have. That's gonna, her name, Katherine Crook. That's your new name, Katherine Crook. Because you're a fucking crook. That's you are. You're a spiritual crook. That's what you are, Katherine. Katherine, spiritual crook. Yep, you are. You spiritually abuse people. You steal people's fucking souls just by with your bullshit ass doctrine. Because again, Katherine can never imagine herself in anybody else's shoes. She always wants everybody to be in her shoes. Like, oh, be in my shoes. You got to do this to get the anointing. Katherine, I would love to have an open debate about you. No cussing, no nothing. Just an open debate about your theology. That's it. I won't cuss at you. I won't swear at you. I will have some very clear and concise questions, and that's all the kind of answers that we would like back from you. But you'll never do that, right? You'll never do that because you're above everybody. Your psych profile, based off what we've concluded, is you're above everybody. You don't care about anybody. You'll shit on everybody else to get ahead in life. And John Talshy doesn't care about you. I can't, Jean Tal, if you're watching this, yeah, she's using the same actors over and over. We've seen actors at her stage shows go to other stage shows. So it's like, yeah. Why do the same people still need deliverance if the demons have already been delivered, right? So yeah, that's another thing that disqualifies her. She used actors. She's literally telling people they have to pay for the anointing. Okay, Jesus never charged for anything, Katherine. Do your next 10 shows without taking any money in, Katherine. I dare you. I don't think you can, and I don't think you will. You actually doubled down. Let me tell you something, Lisa. Let me tell you something real quick, okay? She's definitely heading that route, man. We've talked to some people. We have. We've talked to some people. And like I said, when Katherine's brushing elbows with people she doesn't want to be brushing elbows with, that's literally what she's doing. These fucking dogs. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, shut the fuck up. There's nobody out there. Fucking Christ, man. Sorry, guys. Sorry, didn't mean to yell. But fuck, man, when they get going, yeah, they're angry about Crick. Yeah. And no, Lisa, we've talked to some people up the chain, and Katherine's in deep shit, man. She's in deep shit. When the group from Advanced Anointing went and reported Jor Davy to the FBI, and they did, okay, that kind of set everything in motion, I think. And I'm not going to tell what we know, but I can for sure say that Katherine's in deep shit. And this will ultimately end in her arrest if she doesn't overdose first. That's what I think. If she doesn't overdose, she'll be arrested. And most likely, she'll be arrested coming in from some fucking country. They're not going to go knock on her door. Customs is going to fucking get that bitch. She's going to be coming through customs one day thinking she had a nice little fucking vacation. And John Tall and her are going to get split up at the fucking TSA gate. And they're going to be like, can you come with us? And you come with us. And they're going to split them up and they're going to question them. And then they're going to fucking take them down to a station, process them, and be like, okay, you're under arrest now. We have you on felony fucking tax evasion, felony fraud. Yeah, felony money laundering, absolutely. Felony embezzlement, because that's what it's all going to be, Captain. These are all going to be federal crimes because you're moving money around the country, around the globe, and you can't do that. You're bringing money in illegally when you're not reporting your money. I know that for sure, Katherine. I'm not fucking dumb. You're bringing money in from other countries and you're not reporting it at customs. I fucking guarantee you that, man. I guarantee anybody that. She's either doing it through electronic transfers or just not reporting it. And when you do that, Katherine, fuck, man, you don't want to fuck with those people. They'll ruin your life. They'll make you broke for the rest of your life, Katherine. You'll be paying back the government until you're fucking 97 years old. The anointing will have ran out by then for sure, okay? But let me tell you something, Katherine. You're fucking around with the wrong people. No, can they just leave her over in Tanzania? Fucking send her to Tanzania. Be like, you love the guy so much, go fucking live there. Go live there. If you love the guy so much, Katherine, go fucking live there and be with him. Go be his fucking little Wonder Bread wife, okay? The Wonder Bread wife. Anyways, Sweden. Listen up, man. Listen up. I'm in America. I'm in Texas, okay? I'm not Christian. I'm not religious. I don't go to fucking any kind of Catholic school or anything. I've never been to Catherine Crick is a scammer. Okay, she is one of the most exposed scammers in America right now, for sure. One of the most exposed religious scammers on the platform, on any fucking platform for that matter. YouTube for sure. Katherine Crick, besides some of these other shitheads, Katherine Crick is the #1 exposed social media prophet right now, and you guys are allowing her to come in and fucking scam your own citizens. The Dutch region, and Daniela will fucking vouch for this, the Dutch government has already banned her from coming in ever again to do that shit. Dutch said, okay, you can come as a tourist, but not as a church ever again. Nope. Done. Cut. Katherine, have you wondered why you can't go back to the Netherlands and do that shit? Well, because the Dutch government said so. We're going to, like I said, there's channels exposing her, but Katherine, we're going to be the fucking turd that doesn't flush even after you break it up with the fucking brush, okay? Catch my drift? That's what we did with David. We don't let up, Katherine. I told you, every video from here on out will be documenting your itinerary, where you're going, where you've been, the money you've spent. Swear to God, Katherine. That's what we were with David. The turd that doesn't fucking flush, Katherine. Welcome to fucking being exposed as a cult, because we're tired of this shit. We're tired of you fucking little cult leaders getting away with fucking murder, tax evasion, fraud, money laundering. We're fucking sick of it, okay? You just saw that cult in LA that got busted, Katherine. Guess what? You're fucking right up that alley, you little bitch. You are. You are right up that alley. You think the FBI is going to care that you're a fucking woman? No, they don't care. When the money's involved and there's all that shit involved, Katherine, they're going to wake your little pasty ass up at 3:30 in the morning with a federal warrant and be like, get the fuck out of bed. Katherine, you think this is all a joke. You really do. You probably think, oh, he's not going to, he'll never shut me down. Just give it time, Katherine. It is. She'll get more extreme. And this is the other thing we got to point out to the donors, right? The donors. We got to get the donors to stop giving her money, because who's funding all this? Katherine's not the donors. Donors, start saving your money. Instead of giving 10% every 2 weeks, why don't you just give 10% once a month and put that other 10% to your bank account? Yeah, they always get worse. They don't ever get better. And talking to the sources today, they're like, oh, she's getting worse. We're watching it. Yeah, she's getting worse. And we're talking about psychotropic meds and shit like that. And we're thinking that she's definitely on some kind of psychosis medication. My source said she ain't sleeping. And I'm kind of inclined to agree with her on that one, that Katherine doesn't sleep Katherine isn't getting good sleep anyways. Okay, Katherine, if your little cult members are watching, by all means, hit the like, man. Let me know you're not one of Katherine's culties, okay? Please. If you're just trolling the stream, by all means, say hello. I'll give you a shout out and we can carry on, okay? Yeah. Jim Baker. Okay, what hotel is it? What hotel? No, what? Fucking send me the link. I'll tell everybody. That way you don't have to, Daniela. I'll tell everybody where she's at tonight. And she is. She's manipulating weak people. Okay. I'll tell everybody where she's staying at. That way all the donors know what kind of place she's staying in. Okay, so she's staying in the Geo. I can't even say that word. It's Rasdunvegan. I can't even fucking say that. But she's staying in the Geo. It looks like it's downtown Stockholm. Yeah, Hotel Geo. Let's check it out. This is a pretty nice place, dude. Okay. How much a night you think? How much a night you think she's paying? Is this a nice one, Daniela? 5-star hotel, everybody. Donors. You want to see where Katherine's staying tonight on your dime? Look right here. There it is right there. Per night. Per night. For 2 people per night. So $500 per night. Real nice, Katherine. Oh, okay. So for the whole time they're there, $500. Okay, now, so Katherine, why did you really need all that money for Stockholm? She's all, because I'm going to give all those people that syndrome when I get there, okay? And for real, Stockholm, Sweden, Katherine, I know you're watching. Now I just know you're fucking trolling the channel, okay? Or your little culty members are. Would you ever go and help somebody, Katherine, in need? No, you wouldn't. Donors, if you guys ever need help, don't call and ask Katherine. Okay? She doesn't care, man. There's so many people in this group that know about you, Katherine. We know your psych profile. We know where you came from. I'm still convinced that you fucking thought you were the hottest shit coming from New York and you went out to LA and you pretty much got your fucking cake fed to you. You realized when you went out to LA that you weren't the hottest little fucking bitch in town. Your fucking type out in Cali, Katherine, you'll find those walking the streets of Venice, man. Find somebody like you walking the streets of Venice. That's easy. You're a dime a dozen, Katherine. So what do you do when you get shit out in Hollywood? You be a scammer. So, yeah, she's in the Hotel Gio tonight, all at the donor expense. I mean, donors, imagine what you could do with that money. Imagine what you could do with that money that you're paying Katherine to go out and do these revival events. Hey, choo choo, what up? Amen, hallelujah, everybody, praise Jesus. We're talking about Katherine. She's in Stockholm because it's her favorite syndrome to give people. I'm going to go to Stockholm because you know what? That's the syndrome that I give people. I really, really like giving people Stockholm syndrome. I don't even know what it is, but I've heard a lot about it and that I give it to people. So yeah, she's in Stockholm for the next couple days on a vacation, of course. She's not there to... Katherine, call in, man. Call in. You had the balls to fucking send us a cease and desist and try to sue us? That's another thing, Katherine. The fact that you tried to sue us, okay? Yeah, okay, Stockholm. And this would become... This is AI, okay? This is the AI overview of Stockholm. Stockholm Syndrome is a psychological response where hostages or abuse victims, and Katherine, these are abuse victims. These are abuse victims. I can guarantee 75% of the women there are abuse victims or survivors, and she is using that to her benefit. They're already suffering from Stockholm. She's just fucking feeding the fire, man. She's just re-victimizing these people that don't know how to fucking recognize they're being victimized. And it's very, very sad, Katherine. It's very sad that you're doing this to people. It's disgusting, Katherine. It really is. And Sweden authorities, you shouldn't be letting her into your country to do this. She's just there to scam money, man. Seriously, Swedes, do you think autism is a disease that can be healed? I can fucking promise you guys that it's not. I can promise you there's certain cancers that can be healed, can't be healed. I know for a fact that the dead can't be raised, and I know for a fact that Katherine can't cast out fucking demons for the life of it. You guys really should get some church leaders there at this event and just observe. Make your own informed decision. Don't listen to us. Fucking go and watch. No. Well, in Texas, hey, it's law. Hey, you know in Texas you're allowed to have guns. Fucking dumb shit. You're so fucking dumb. Anyways, okay. Had your fun trolling. Bye. All right. Yeah, in Texas you're allowed to have guns. Anyways, where were we? Where that dumb fuck came in here? Okay, yeah. Stockholm, Sweden. Seriously. That's the and here's the thing. European countries seem a little more fucking brighter than Americans for whatever fucking reason, and I'm with it. They do. Europeans seem a little bit more in tune to bullshit than Americans, especially when it comes to religion. I so hope it is Hotel fucking California, right? Yeah. Yes. Yep. And again, with Katherine, trying to sue us, Katherine, and I know you're just fucking watching the channel now, and you and John Tall, hey, John Tall, let me be real clear about this. Katherine doesn't love you and she doesn't care about you, okay? You were just a stage 5 Klingon, that's it. Did you ever see that movie Wedding Crashers, John Tall? I'm sure you did. That's what you're, a stage 5 clinger. That's what you are. You just wouldn't leave. You're like, John Tall, look up Bear has tapeworm up its ass. That's what you are. Bear has huge tapeworm. Look that up. That's what you are. You're just this fucking lengthy ass tapeworm hanging out of Katherine's ass, because when this all takes a shit, Katherine isn't going to care about you. She will not care about you. All the Swedish newspapers write about it. Old people having orgies on beaches. I know, but they won't write about a scammer, right? Hey, let's go write about some people having orgies on beaches. Hey, at least that's like some fucking viewing pleasure, right? Katherine, it's just a circus. It's just a circus. And again, social media is so powerful, man. It is. It's so powerful. If people use it right and get the right message across, like about Katherine, hit that like, please. Let me know you're here. Lightning took out my internet. No way, whole area's out. Katherine's like, haha, he's on AOL. She's on Uncle Jake's on AOL now. Well, she made it to Sweden, Uncle Jake. She made it to Sweden. I'm wondering how much money they actually made. You think they actually made all that money? You think they actually made the 50 or 60,000 that they needed? I'm really trying. That one's been banging my head around. I wonder if she actually made all that money. I don't think she did. Hey, yo, Young Rock. Okay, so her hotel's 5 minutes from the airport. It's pretty typical of Katherine. Yeah. Okay, so she said she needed $110,000. And she made... What did she make? Last note, they were at 50,000. Well, no, they were trying to make over $100,000 for the Stockholm event. No, looks like they had to fucking penny pinch this time. They're like, we can't stay in a big 5-star fancy hotel. Hey, Choo Choo, you want to know something? You want to know the last time I did LSD? It was a Hoffman stamp, and it was some good fucking acid. That was the last time I ever did. I was like, yeah, I don't need that again. Fuck. It only took me one. I could have got up on stage and started preaching about Jesus. Fuck. Give me one hit of that shit. I'll tell you anything you want about Jesus. Hotel has a room with bunk beds. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's all I would. But dude, yeah. That's what I distinctly remember about my friend telling me. He's like, this is a Hoffman stamp. I'm like, okay. I didn't know much about it, but yeah, afterwards I did. Yeah, it was a Hoffman stamp. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it was some pretty fucking gnarly shit, dude. It was yeah, it's the shit that makes the walls melt, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it's the stuff that makes the walls melt, and you're like, whoa. I ain't never taken no shit like that before, man. Catherine's all I have. She's all, I take that shit on the daily. So that's why I'm so fucking whacked out all the time. What if Catherine's like a functional fucking LSD freak? Yeah, that's just a preview of another room. I still feel, even though she got the money, she's still gonna stay in a fat room. She's not gonna stay in a $500 for fucking 3-day room. No, she's gonna get like $5,000 because Catherine's a greedy little bitch. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, Stockholm, Sweden. You really should ban this woman, man. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Daniela, I don't see her staying in a fucking cheap room. I really don't. She's too much of a greedy bitch, dude. She's going to want to spend the highest amount of dollar because she feels she's entitled to it for whatever reason. Because she drove all the way to LA from New York by herself. Catherine's all, have you ever done that, Rich Holmes? Katherine. Yeah. Yeah, and there's people dying on the street every day in LA. Let's talk about what Katherine didn't do during the fires. Katherine, why didn't you go help all the people in the fires? Yo, batshit crazy. Oh, I forgot to fucking call Abbott today. God damn it. Oh, you know what? I might still have time today. Hang on. I gotta call him. Oh, I could. I think she's watching though, Uncle Jake. I really do. I think Catherine's watching right now. I think she's watching. I really do. Uncle Jake. We're literally controlling her now. We're literally starting to control her content. And that's what one of the sources I was talking about today too was that they're saying they're like, hey, she's responding to you guys now. Nah, because what I want to say, I don't want to say on the channel. No, no. I'll call on my own time on that one with Abbott. Because I have some pretty stern words to say to that fucking piece of shit. But yeah, it's 4-star hotel. She's probably gonna go out and eat at fucking really nice restaurants. You should call the hotel, Daniela. You should. But she probably put it in a note to the concierge like nobody's to call my room. Don't patch any calls through. I don't want to talk to anybody, right? Because again, Catherine legit thinks she's fucking badass. Well, and here's the other thing. Somebody's left a comment on the channel earlier about saying they were in Catherine's cult and they got kicked out. Okay, here it is. She threw me out of her cult and threw his, yeah, that's right. Because she was jealous, but jealous is spelled wrong, of me when all the girls were after me. Okay. She said she didn't want wolves in sheep's clothing. And I asked this guy, I was like, hey, get in touch with me. But he hasn't got back with me, man. And he's like, I know her better than anybody. I'm like, no, you don't. I don't think you do, dude. Dude, we've been tracking this psycho for a while. And we have her full psychological breakdown, man. We know who and what she's about. Man, she's about herself. That's it. You don't know her, but I do. She is a mean bitch. Yeah, we've been saying that. We've been telling everybody. Hey, don't follow Catherine Crook. Catherine Crook, stay the fuck away from her. How much more clear do we need to be here on social media about how much of a fucking shithead Catherine is? I mean, Gordy and Diane, really, is this what you wanted for your daughter? Your daughter's name is now Catherine Crook because she's a fucking spiritual crook. And your name's going to go down as crooks too because you wouldn't stop your daughter. You guys, Catherine is product of bad parenting, in my opinion. If Catherine would have had a little bit of discipline in her life, maybe a fucking ass beating once in a while, maybe her face slapped for just being a little bitch, she probably wouldn't have turned out this way. Yeah, if she's not watching the Gimp is, or somebody from her cult is, and listen, Catherine followers, we're not telling you not to believe in God. Just be real fucking clear about that. We said, hey, open the Bible, check everything that she says against the Bible, because it seems most of you don't fucking read your Bibles. All we've ever said, hey, pick up the Bible, there's one, whatever one, New King James, what the fuck ever Bible you want to read, put down the fucking bullshit literature that these false prophets are writing, and just read the Bible. It's all there. It'll tell you plain and fucking clear that Catherine, through and through, is a fraud. Yeah, that's why we can't discuss our strategies here too much, because they watch. They do. They do. And you know why Catherine won't come back to San Antonio? Because I fucking live here and she knows I'll fucking show up this time if she comes again. I swear to God, Catherine, if you're watching or your little fucking cult cronies are watching, stay the fuck out of San Antonio and all the outlying cities. If you come anywhere within 50 miles of San Antonio, I'm coming. I swear to fucking God. I'll go to Austin too. I don't care. Stay the fuck away from Texas. Stay the fuck away from everybody, Catherine. You have no business doing what you're doing. Where's your theological degree, Catherine? Where'd you go to fucking Bible school? I went to my little Presbyterian church up in upstate New York. Okay. Where'd you go to theology school? Who was your leader? Jor Davy over in Africa? The one that fucking spiritually abused you? Yes. And sexually abused you, Catherine. And your friends. And you backed him. After your friends went to you and said what happened. You know, Catherine. You know. And that's the thing. John Tall, I found out today that you weren't as easily as manipulated as Catherine. That's why you didn't fucking fall under Jor Davy. But I did find out that he was trying to get in your pants. Yeah, she's already been here a few times, but I think most of Texas has had her. They're not having her back. I haven't seen her come to Texas in a while. Last time she was here, she was in Houston, I think. But she's only been to San Antonio one time, and after that, I told her to stay the fuck away, and she won't because she knows I have a fucking bullhorn, and I'll show up out in front of a fucking church because that's my right. I can protest in front of a church. There's nothing wrong with that. I just can't go inside. So, Catherine, again, stay the fuck away from San Antonio. Yep, stay the fuck away. And that's what urge other people to do. Tell her to stay the fuck away from your city or you're going to go protest. She doesn't want that. She doesn't want people protesting her. Katherine can't handle when people speak the truth about her, which is why she's starting to rebut and come out and do these random videos after we do videos about certain shit we talk about. Being married. You guys think those videos were because she wanted to talk about it? No, it's because she watches the channel. She knows what we're saying. Chantal knows what we're saying. And Chantal, again, she doesn't care about you. And the cult cronies are going to watch and go back and take the information to her and be like, oh, well, he said this, 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 and this. Katherine, if you're so much of a fucking apostle and you're so badass and mighty, come talk to us. That's all we've ever asked for, Katherine, is just an open conversation with you. Come talk to us. Hey, once we started figuring out that you were pulling fraud shit, okay, well, now it turned to exposure and you got the kids involved. That's when we also got involved. You just don't get it, Katherine. This isn't going to stop until you stop. I want you to know that. You saw what we did with David. We were on that piece of shit for 5 fucking years. I'll go 10 with you, Katherine. I give a shit. I got nothing but fucking time, Katherine. We'll go. It'd be easier for you just to stop. I want you to know that. It would be easier for you to stop. It's going to save you the fucking mental health problems later down the road because you're going to end up with problems, Katherine. I promise you that. Okay? You're fucking psychotic. You're insane. What you're doing, you know it's wrong. The source said today that you believe it. I'm kind of inclined to believe, but when you send me a cease and desist in the fucking community and tell us to take the videos down, now I know you don't believe your shit because now you're trying to get a court involved. That's where I hey, yo, pingo bingo, there's Ken F, what up, what up, what up? When you get lawyers involved, that tells me that you don't believe your shit. And I hope the source is watching. If you are, let's talk about this later, you know? That's where I kind of drew the line. Does she believe it or not? But, well, when you get a fucking lawyer involved, then you don't believe your shit. Now you're trying to cover up your fucking bullshit. That's kind of where I'm at with Katherine believing her shit or not. Get lawyers involved, you have disqualified yourself from actually believing. You draw the line there. The lawyer, they're hiding the darkest fucking secrets, right, Dan? Yes. Facts, bro. Exactly. The high-profile, godly people are hiding the darkest fucking secrets. And Katherine is. I know she is. Katherine's a little bitch, dude. She is not a good person. She is not a good person, man. I know her little cult cronies are watching right now, too, Katherine. She's in Sweden. We know where you're at. We know where you're at. And I urge everybody in Sweden to fucking protest against this psycho because she's in your fucking city. Do you care? I mean, Sweden, do you care that you're being scammed by this fucking American cult leader or what? Because she's on the level of Jim Jones right now. You do realize that. We've leveled her with Jim Jones. David Koresh, she's up there, man. She is up there. And the fact that other countries are enabling this behavior by allowing her in, it's fucking mind-blowing. Where the fuck is the common sense, Sweden? Seriously, the Swede government, where the fuck is your common sense? Hey, this lady's a fucking cult leader out of America. She's coming here to scam our people. I would fucking be at the airport waiting for her. Just saying. But for whatever reason, like you guys think it's good for business, I don't know. I told you, Katherine, consider me your big brother for however long this takes, okay? You can consider me your big brother, John Tall. Oh, the government doesn't know. Yeah, they probably wouldn't care anyways. I mean, the Dutch government gave a shit. What the fuck, dude? That's where I'm at with it, Daniela. And like I said, man, I feel Europeans are much more in tune when people are slinging shit on the wall. They're like, hey, that's fucking bullshit. Americans are like, hey, that's fucking real what she said. She could cure autism? Holy shit. Let me take my kid there so she can heal my child's autism and they can stop taking their medication. Okay? Now, parents, don't ever stop taking medication if a fucking church leader says you've been healed. Don't ever do it. Although they've experienced some serious gang violence lately. Yeah, Dan, I'm with you. Yep. Don't ever stop taking medication unless it's directed by a doctor, okay? Let me be real fucking clear about that. Donors who are giving money to Katherine and she's saying you're healed of cancer and all this other shit, do not ever fucking stop taking your medication unless your doctor says so. Ever. Don't do it. You run the risk of death. Whatever condition you're suffering from, guess what? It's gonna fucking, it's cool to get prayer and shit, but get to the fucking doctor first. See a doctor first. See a professional. Somebody with a degree. Yeah, Swedes, yeah, they don't like creating conflict. Yeah. Okay. So I just got a text from my source right now. She probably only sent the cease and desist because you were outing her and she had to explain herself and she didn't want anybody to know the truth about her. Yeah. Because again, you guys, out of all the channels out there, you know who's most outspoken about her? We are. We are. We are the most outspoken. Nobody ever fucking is dog capping like this. Everybody goes, she's just a false prophet. Let me tell everybody else, she's a fucking scammer. She is not a false prophet. Katherine Crick is a fucking scammer. She is a spiritual scammer. That's it. Born and raised right here in America. Now she's traveling the world calling herself a prophet. Fucking grifting off the hopeless. Sweden, she's coming to grift off your fucking mentally ill right now. Don't know how much more clear we can be about this lady. That hotel, there's a cult leader living in there right now in Hotel Geo. I don't know what it's going to take for people to realize to not let this woman inside their fucking country anymore. Seriously. You know countries have the right to revoke people's passports. Be like, no, you can't come here. Just like we do. Just like we do. We can revoke somebody's passport. We don't want you here. The fuck out. We'll put you on the next plane out. Simple. Take her passport, revoke it, and say, no, you are not welcome here. It's that easy. You're here to scam people. You're here to commit fraud, which she absolutely is doing, man. She's committing fraud in other countries. That's really great, man. Man, Katherine. Committing fraud in other countries. Fuck. And you are. Hey, Mickey the Monkey. How you doing? We're saying Sweden beware. Sweden beware. Katherine, if your little cult members are watching, that's great. John Tall, if you're watching, learn to fucking dress, okay? Learn to fucking dress. Stop wearing fucking tight ass pants that basically give you a fucking walrus knuckle, okay? No, she's Presbyterian back in the day, Dan, but I don't even know if she claims a set, dude. I don't. I don't even know what her fucking theology is, dude. Yeah, non-denominational, fivefold fuckery. Call it what you want, man. I call it bullshit. I call her movement bullshit. That's what I call it. We could call it Seventh Day bullshit. Fuck. It's a grift, dude. Katherine's whole gig is a grift. Yeah, the background is charismatic word of faith and like the Seven Mount movement. Now that I understand what the Seven Mount movement is, Katherine wants to be a part of that, dude. She would be part of the 7M movement if she could. The fucking what is it? Seven Mountain Mandate. She would. If she could control all those aspects of fucking life, she would. She'd be like, I fucking control all of them. Let's see what my source says here. Nar. Yeah, it's Nar. Yeah, Nar. It's Nar Wars. Yeah. It's part of the New Apostolic Reformation. Yep. Background is also charismatic, right? Nar charismatic. It's a real hybrid style of this fucking New Word of Faith movement. How did she get on in London? Well, she's going to Sweden right now, Mickey. She's in Sweden. She got there today. Little bitch. Catherine, how does it feel to not have a fucking job? Like, it blows my mind. It really does. It really fucking does, okay? Like, my brain's fucking fried from working today because I've been out all week, right? And I'm just trying to think like how it is to not work and just take all these fucking trips all the time, man. Not have any kind of fucking priorities to take care of. You're just out there fucking calling yourself an apostle. Like, really not having any kind of oversight to your movement. There's no accountability, zero accountability with you, Katherine. Zero accountability with you. There will probably never be any accountability with you until you're arrested, which I firmly believe it will happen with Katherine. It will happen with Katherine eventually. Like I said, man, the feds will give somebody a fucking rope. They'll give them the rope. They'll give them the whole fucking spool. Well, here, take the whole thing. Take it. Go fucking hang yourself. We'll come back in 5-6 years and see what you're doing. That's how the FBI works, Katherine. That's how fucking Homeland Security. That's how all those guys work, man. They're patient. They're patient, Katherine. They'll wait your little pasty ass out, and they'll give you the fucking rope. They'll be like, yeah, go hang yourself. We'll be back. We're not going anywhere. It's all shit, Mickey. Yeah. Mickey the monkey. Yeah, bro. It's all shit. It's all shit, man. It's all shit. I mean, really, where's Catherine's theology start and end? Davy. That's where it starts and ends. That's where it starts and begins, or ends and begins, is Davy. Davy is the whole reason Catherine's theology exists. If Davy didn't exist, Katherine wouldn't exist. Everything that Katherine does is a spitting image of Davy's sermons. What he does, she will do. So Katherine, the fact that you actually think your channel is what it is, it's only because of Davy. And the only reason you're getting any views right now is because I think you're still buying them. But you have almost 1 million subscribers, Katherine, and I'm seeing your video feeds, and you're not getting a lot of views. Okay? You bought the subscribers, but you didn't buy the views with them. So that's a problem. Let's see here. Let's see where our most popular video is. 3 years ago, Mom and Son Delivered, 1.8 million views. Okay. So on your video feed, Katherine, this is how I know like your shit's going down. You're only getting a few thousand views on your videos. Yeah, hey, Dan, you bring up a good point. I'm with you. No, but that's the thing. I've already called the FBI and fucking filed a report on her. No, fuck that. I will not let it go. No. Nope, I will not let it go. Nope. I will not let it go. Yeah, her live streams never have over 1,000 people. And that's where, let me tell you something, that's where like you get bots and stuff. There's bots in her live stream, Germ. That's why her live streams have a lot of people, is because those are where you get the bots and stuff. That's where you get the views on the stream, because I guarantee Katherine wouldn't get a lot of views, man. She wouldn't, because most of her shit's all fake, right? We knew she was buying views. A lot of people knew that she was buying views. Well, and that's what that's what needs to happen, man. There needs to be more clips coming out of her just being exposed, man. That's the thing. Catherine Crook, Gordy, Diane, I mean, fuck. Like, what do you guys want to talk about with regards to Katherine? We're going to be here for a little bit longer, so let's wrap, dude. What do you guys want to talk about? Take it back to her theology, where it got fucking handed down to her in Africa by Davy. We've talked about the abuse that happened over there. We talked about how Katherine actually fucking backed Davy after her friends came and said they were being abused. It is. That's where I'm at with it, Dan. One day, that don't take your medicine, I'll heal you will monumentally backfire. It's only a matter of time. I am with you. And hey, and Dan, and now that I work for medical community, dude, it's the shit these people say, I'm like, there's no fucking way ever. Diabetes, guess what? Diabetes isn't curable, okay? Let's just talk about that. They always go about diabetes. Yo, Javi MMI, what up? Diabetes is a chronic condition that doesn't go away, man. So for people to come out, then they always say, oh, diabetes is healed. You're free to diabetes. No, you're not fucking free to diabetes, because it can never go away. Never goes away. You can manage it, but diabetes does not go away. Okay? Cancer, certain forms of cancer, Katherine, does not go away. Autism does not go away. There are certain mental health conditions. Schizophrenia does not go away. Dementia does not go away. It only gets worse. Okay? I'm curious where doctors are actually standing in and being like, what the fuck are you guys saying? Where's your medical fucking proof that this is all happening? Oh, well, God's doing it. No, where the fuck is your scientific proof, bitch? Seriously, Katherine, where's your scientific proof? Not just some fucking random doctor's note. Where the fuck is your scientific proof? Where's the process of how these people are being cured and healed? You are not a doctor, Katherine. Nor does HIV. Yeah, and the fact that she actually has a video up of some kid saying he's been cured of HIV, that's a problem. You can go into low viral loads where it's non-detectable, yes, but HIV isn't curable. There is no fucking cure for it. It binds to your fucking cells, Katherine. You see how fucking dumb these people are? Katherine specifically. Not the followers, but Katherine. No schooling. She does. Katherine, you probably don't even know about like fucking germ theory and shit like that or diseases. You're just fucking clueless. That's all. Like you don't know shit about infectious diseases, Katherine, or disease management for that matter. Exactly. If the miracles were real, then the fucking bitch would be the first to get a doctor to confirm it, right? Donors, you really got to think about this, man. Think about this. If it was legit, don't you think she would be the first one to go out and be like, hey, this happened. I need somebody to come verify. Can we get the paperwork, the doctors, the labs, everything? Because this is legitimate. Something legitimate happened here, and we want it verified. Yeah, exactly. Snake oil salesman, Kevin, yep. Who claimed the mumps and rubella vaccine caused autism. Burned debunked, but the lie became entrenched and still has resonations today. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't cause autism. You guys, what I've learned in medical coding is they start screening for autism day fucking one, man. Day fucking one. Even before vaccines are given. Even fucking before vaccines are given, doctors screen for autism. They have their ways about it. I'm reading about it. There's a lot of little different tests that they do when the baby's born. Little shit. It's not much. Like auditory shit, right? Does the baby fucking respond to sound? Shit like that. Do they follow certain fucking hand movements? It's very little shit. Something that a child could do. Doctors are screening for degenerative fucking mental health conditions at a very, very young age. I promise you guys. So for people to come out and say that fucking needles and all this shit is giving autism, no. Wrong. They're fucking wrong. Has she listed a time for when her overseas shit show will be shown? Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow. Even if, let's say, the AIDS was in remission for 2 years and then came back, God would also like his miracle verified. Yeah. Exactly. Katherine, you're exactly right. We're talking about Stockholm, Sweden. Katherine's favorite place because that's what she gives everybody is fucking Stockholm syndrome. But we're talking about Jackie Patrick is these degenerative diseases that Katherine says are being cured in her events. She would be the first one to go out and get a doctor, right, to have it verified, because then she could just fucking play that shit over and over and over again, be like, oh, look, this happened, this happened, this happened, it happened here. But no, you don't see that. You don't see Katherine going out to try to verify these fucking miracles that she's doing. Ever. It's people just putting up fucking paperwork. There's never a doctor. There's never a nurse or anybody. Martin Markovic. Her name's Catherine Crick, bro. She's this fucking wonderbread fucking witch out of fucking California. Call her what you want, man. I'm her big brother. Not in real life, but I'm her big brother for a while. She's a fucking fraud, dude. Yeah, Benny Hidden wouldn't verify his healings either. Albert Einstein, Bill Gates, Isaac Newton, Elon Musk, Edison, Da Vinci. Yep, all on the autistic spectrum. Yep. Oh, she's insane, dude. Martin, she's insane. Yeah, cougarlife.com, where the cougars chase you. Dude, she wasn't even old enough to be a fucking cougar, Javi. Dude, she was in her like early fucking 20s when she did that Cougar Life video. Katherine, you don't. That's maybe that's when Katherine's gonna get fucking laid finally, is when she becomes a cougar, right? She's like, you know what? I'm in my cougar days now. Fuck your Davy. She wasn't even old enough, man. She didn't even pass the bar to be a cougar, man. She was like fucking 22. She goes on a video for commercial for cougars. Yeah, okay, Katherine. I wonder how that fucking website ever worked out. I'll bet just because Katherine was on there, it fucking totally flopped. They're like, oh, who's that fucking chick right there? Like, no, she's not even cougar material. I mean, how can you be cougar material when you're like 20 something years old? I know she's so she's a, yeah. I know exactly because she sucked, bro. Kevin G. That's what happened that's what happens in Hollywood, dude. When you flop out in Hollywood, you go fucking work for a church or some shit, bro. I've talked to Matt Moore about it, and he's like, Rich, it's more common than you think, dude. He's like, I've seen it time and time again here in California. Okay, because Matt's out in California. Where I'm originally from California, like the fucking Long Beach, that's where I was born. And it makes sense, right? You go out to California, people try to go out there to get rich and famous, they fucking flop. either end up homeless, broke, drug addicted, fucking work in the streets, whatever. For Katherine, she's like, you know what? I'm not going to go work the streets. I'm going to become a false prophet. I'm going to go out and scam people. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's still the same people over and fucking year after year. That's another good one, Oren. Yeah, she has. She's literally healed the same person like 10 times over. But that's it, Kevin. When you fail in Hollywood, being a church scammer is the next best thing from what I understand, man. That's the next best thing when you flop in Hollywood. Go be a church scammer, bro. Yeah. No, she's not married. No, let's talk about that. Okay, this bitch ain't even married, never have kids, never been in a fucking fully healthy, functioning relationship with a man. We're pretty convinced she's a fucking lesbian with her little fucking friend. No hubby, no kids, never married, no stable relationship. The only stable relationship is with Jordavian and John Tall. And we're fucking highly convinced that they're fucking lovers. I'm fucking sure of it. The way I've seen their body language, man, and some of the shit I found out from some sources that know them, I'm like, yeah. I mean, John Tall, who the fuck says to Katherine, besides you, that you like the way she pees? Have you ever heard anybody else say that to her, John Tall? Seriously. Like, you're that fucking sick? Like, do you want her to give you a fucking golden shower or what? Like, do you want her to piss on you? Exactly right, Lisa. Don't you wish you had the lack of conscience to be a fraud? Exactly. And that's what she lacks is a conscience. No, she has a conscience because she sent a fucking cease and desist. She knows what she's doing. She doesn't lack the conscience. She knows what she's doing. She thinks she's an apostle, but again, man, there's just some things that have happened that lead me to believe that she doesn't believe her shit, man. Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? And some of the shit that I'm reading about in my job, like I read about patients all day long, man, and I read some really sad stuff. And I don't get how these people can go on living day to day, man. Exactly. You do. You have to be a real piece of shit, man. You really do. Like, you got to be a real fucking piece of shit cocksucker to go out and do what these fucking assholes are doing and be like, hey, you know what? I don't have any fucking dignity, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep on ruining it, call myself an apostle, and then by the time this is all done and over with, I'll really be out all my dignity. Daniel Adams, I'm already kind of seeing him starting to take a fall too. His skin's looking real old, man. He's looking really old right now. Yeah, Catherine's training manuals, her two failed books. Hey, Dan, they like what I like, dude. She likes women. I like women. Shit, that's one thing we can fucking agree on. Hey, Catherine's like women, dude. That's cool. I respect that. I like women too. Okay? So there's something we can at least mutually agree on. And I'm not condemning it. I am no way condemning them being lovers. I support it fully. But the fact that they're doing this under the church and calling themselves fucking apostles and Elijahs and Davids and yeah, it's say fuck you to Jesus. That's what you might as well. Hey, thanks for the C. Appreciate you, Javi. Yeah, earn it without scamming, man. Like, is that all they have? Like, that's the best they can do is scam? Hey, Pro Street Dino, what up? Yeah, but she's into the GIMP. Not sure you would want your own GIMP. Yeah, she is like the GIMP. But again, John Tall, let me tell you something, GIMP. She does not care about you. She doesn't care about you, John Tall. When this all goes south, and it will eventually, John Tall, I promise you, and you're going to go with her. She isn't going to care about you. She'll throw you under the fucking bus, dude. Unless you're going to help her or benefit her, she doesn't give a fuck about you. And John Tall, I can say that because you know why? Because I know she doesn't give a fuck about you. All she cares about is herself. The GIMP's body is like a 7 mountain mandate. That's what we should start calling the GIMP, the 7 mountain mandate. The 7 knuckle mandate. We'll call her the 7 knuckle mandate. But she has cast out homosexuality. No, I've heard her try to talk about homosexuality, dude. She skirts around it real carefully, man. Nope. She's like, I'm not homosexual. I'm a lesbian. I can see her saying that. I'm not homosexual. I'm lesbian. Okay. No, but she skirts that real carefully, real carefully. So anybody's just tuning in, man, please hit that like. We're talking about Katherine Crick. She's this cult leader out of California. She's in Sweden right now, and she's basically gotten there off the back of the donors. Oh yeah, Katherine drinks. I know Katherine drinks, but not a lot. She drinks wine, but she's not an alcoholic. I think Katherine just drinks to feel cool. Dan, I don't think praying for this one's gonna work, dude. We've tried. All we've ever asked for with her, Dan, is a conversation, man. That's it. We've only asked for a conversation to discuss her theology. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Without the cussing, without the fucking channel going in on her, everything. I told her, I was like, we'll be very cordial with you, Katherine, if you would just come out and talk to us. But she won't. She won't. Because she's scared, because she doesn't control what's being asked. She only wants people that are going to fucking bow down to her. We got some tough questions for her and that we know she's not going to be able to answer. That's why she never comes out. You know all the cult leaders we've asked theological debates and they won't come and talk to us, dude? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The $110,000, dude, that's fucking delusional. Oh shit, hold up. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah. It's not. Okay, hang on a second. Lindy, shut up. It's open. I don't know.
Well, what is this was moved? This thing here?
It did?
Yeah, let me try it again, because...
All right, I'm streaming. I'm going to get back upstairs. You good?
Well, no, I'll try it.
Okay. Family getting locked out of the house and shit. Meow, meow, ding, ding. Sorry, guys. Family came home. Yeah, no, the whole Joni Lamb thing. Yeah. Her donors emptied their wallets, struggled while booked 5 straight up. Oh, Joni Lamb. You want to know what I think, Kevin G? I think Joni Lamb had Katherine on to take the steam off of Joni because Joni was under so much fucking pressure. Hey, what better way though, right, to take the pressure off yourself than have another exposed cult leader come on your fucking channel? I think it was perfect for Joni because I knew when I saw Katherine on fucking Table Talk, I was like, oh man, the fucking social media world's just gonna blow up on this right now. Yeah, all that sexual abuse allegations. Joni's all, I better get her on my show so I can take the fucking fire off of me. Hey, Katherine, why don't you come to my show? Perfect, man. It's fucking perfect. I would have done that. Fuck yeah. Too much pressure? Hey, bring another exposed cult leader on your fucking channel. I should call fucking Daystar. I actually found out too that they're not having her back on. They won't be having her, and neither will Chris Valentin. I'm about to go down and squirt Lindy again. You know, she's being a pain in the ass. If I had his number, I would call Sean Balls. I would. I'd call Sean Balls if I had his number. Ask why Crick. I know they should have you on. You've already been on the show, Chris. You've been on the Katherine Crick show. You've been there. He's like, I'm actually the only one from the community that's actually got on the Katherine Crick channel, okay? He's all that and Rich Holmes' ass. Oh, man. He's all, so we'll call that like 50-50. Dude. I'll never forget that. Oh, dude. And you know what, bro? Let me tell you something, Chris. I was hoping just that would happen, bro. I was hoping just that would happen, dude. I really, really was. I was hoping she would have another fuck up and just bring it like. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? I was talking to one of my sources today, and they did an interview on the channel actually. And they said that yeah, she believes her shit, man. But then she sends a cease and desist. So does she believe her shit or not? That's where I'm at with it. That's how I kind of figure it. If she sent a cease and desist, it means she doesn't believe her shit, or else she wouldn't send a fucking letter. If she really believed her shit, she wouldn't even acknowledged us. She wouldn't even acknowledged us and been like, fuck, I believe everything I'm saying. Why would I send them a letter? To try and shut down the same free fucking speech that she's doing. Hey, you know what? I don't like what they're saying, so I'm going to fucking try and sue them. Catherine, freedom of speech goes both ways, okay? Because you're a fucking self... You know what it... Catherine, if you were going to take us to fucking court, you know what you would look like in front of that fucking court? They'd probably commit you. They'd be like, Your Honor, can we go ahead and commit this woman for a 72-hour hold? She's clearly having a mental health issue right now. And can we reconvene at a later date until we get this figured out? What would you go in there as, Katherine Crick or Apostle Katherine Crick? Because I would just go in there as Rich Holmes. Be like, I'm Rich Holmes. What's up? What do you want? She's trying to sue me for free speech. Well, free speech goes both ways, Your Honor. She doesn't like what we're saying about her. We'll tell her to get off the fucking public platform. She's claiming to be a prophet and an apostle and that she can fucking heal people without medical proof, Your Honor. By all means, Your Honor, I'm all ears at this point. Fucking freedom of religion, yes, Your Honor, I get it. But what point is it a fucking front and a scam? No, I think the summer at sea, you know what? I've been kind of thinking about that summer at sea thing that she did where she was at fucking sea for like 3 months, man. I'm just thinking that was just a big fucking orgy. Seriously. That's what I'm thinking. A bunch of fucking young fucking men and women. Yeah, exactly. By the way, Your Honor, let me see her books before we get this case started. Exactly. But that summer at sea, I'm kind of thinking about that. It had to have been just a fuck fest. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, she did that whole summer at sea thing, man. Said something tells me like, Chris, dude, we've talked about that shit, bro. Dude, weird shit happens on those fucking boats when they're out in the ocean, bro. Like, dude, who's fucking watching you? Nobody. You're out in the fucking middle of the ocean. Nobody's fucking paying attention to you. Nobody could see you. Those fucking yachts and those boats, like those fucking special trips, they're weird, man. Yeah, Catherine, bite off Dan Alexander's ass, okay? You fucking goofy bastard. We're trying to, Dan, we got to get the donors to stop giving to her. Donors, go give to your local veteran shelter or some shit like that. Go give to your local Legion Hall. I can name 1,000 different places. Oh, that was a good one. The poop ship? Yeah, that was a good one. I watched that one, Chris. That was a good one. But yeah, no, the summer at sea, man. Something tells me like weird shit happened on that boat. I'm pretty sure it was like an orgy for fucking sure. You got all those fucking young kids on there, fucking hormones just raging. Nobody there to fucking pay attention to him. Oh, it was really good, Dan. It's a good series. No, the poop cruise was pretty good actually. And that ship is actually still in commission, dude. They still fucking cruise that ship. So nasty, dude. So nasty. But yeah, the summer at sea with Katherine. Whoever paid for that and where they went, I'll have to do the research and find that out. But yeah, whatever happened there, man. Maybe there was some some shit that happened out there she never processed. But for sure with George Davey, that's where Catherine's whole theology is going to pretty much start, though. Donors is with George Davey. And the Catherine Crick donors, you really should check into that guy. You really should look into George Davey. You really should question the motives of him. You really should question Catherine and how she got anointed by him. What were the circumstances? What was given in return for her to get anointed? I already know, but then she just had to give up her dignity, you guys. That's all Catherine really had to give up. And talking to my source study about that, that's what we're talking about. It all starts with George Davey. That's what they're telling me. They're like, it has to go back to George Davey. Take it back to George Davey. Once you get back in the studio, bring up the George Davey videos because all the content is there. All the content is there about George Davey. And that's where it all starts. And what this source was saying, like, hey, really focus on, hey, if a house of God is built on lies and fraud and deceit, that's all it is. And you know it is, Catherine. You knew that David Arey was having an affair with one of your roommates. You knew that, right? You knew. David was married. Okay, David was married, but he was having an affair with somebody that you knew, and you stood by and fucking watched it happen. You know, that's why I try to be very open with you guys about shit. Yeah, I've done drugs. I'm not going to fucking sit here and fucking hide it either. There are certain aspects, of course, that I do protect in my life for obvious reasons. My real name being one until David fucking doxed me, which it was going to happen eventually. My name was already out there on the internet. It had happened prior to David even doing it. So I knew eventually that was going to happen. But yeah, that's why I try to be very open and transparent, especially about the money on YouTube, how much I make. Like I went over that with you guys. I don't make shit on YouTube. It's not fucking worth it. YouTube pays shit, dude. It's fucking horrible. I make more money just on my regular job than I do YouTube. It's not nearly enough. Am I the Zodiac? Am I the Zodiac? Nah, man. Nah, I'm pretty open about my life, man. There's just certain shit I protect, right? Let's see. I'm the middle of 5. I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters. My parents are divorced, so I have a stepdad. He raised me my whole life. They're still married. I have a stepbrother and stepsister, but I call them brother and sister. So I come from a what do you call it, like a blended family, like a mixed family. When my mom remarried my stepdad, he already had 2 kids. My mom came in with 3. So we became a house of 7 like that overnight pretty much. And pretty much thrust into a new pecking order with my new brother and sister. And life was on from there. Had a pretty good life, man. Pretty decent life. No different than anybody else's that had kids. Fucking had 5 kids. You can imagine what it's like. 3 boys and 2 girls. You do the math. You do the math. My parents put up with a lot of shit from us, I will tell you that. I'm Dutch, like way down the line, like Dutch, mostly Spanish, Hispanic. But if I understand right, like my family came from Spain, but they immigrated from Mexico into America, like back in the day. So yeah, heritage is, I know there's some Irish and Dutch in there somewhere, yeah. Even then, Chris, even then, I think, still think, right? YouTube's taking 30%. YouTube's taking 30% right off the top of all your earnings. So the more you make, the more they take, dude. And then if you're in America, you're getting taxed twice. Do you get taxed twice? YouTube taxes you 30%, and then the government fucking taxes you. So all in all, when you figure it, like, what were my tax rate on YouTube? Just the tax rate on YouTube, dude. You're paying, and I don't think it's changed. If it hasn't changed, okay, you're pretty much getting 70% of that, then you're getting taxed on that. Yeah, YouTube's a bad pimp. They are. They're horrible, dude. They're fucking horrible pimps. They are. That's why I really don't care about fucking monetizing anymore. I've come this fucking close to demonetizing because YouTube is so fucking stupid about their monetization process, how they allow subscribers to buy them. Yep. Exactly. They stream on multiple platforms just to make something. Exactly. Because even then, with the grip of fucking... let me tell you something, man. If you're buying your views and subs, it doesn't make you money. And I know for sure a lot of those big fucking viral channels, guess what? They bought their shit, man. It's not a fucking secret. Channels have actually been taken down for being sold and shit like that. There were some fucking guys back in the day, I don't know, 5-10 years ago. They were making channels, they were buying them and then selling them, man. You have to cross-platform everything to make a fucking living on social media. You really do. That's why I won't do it, because I'm not in. It was never about the money for me. I got my own money. I don't need the money from YouTube. It's just, it's fucking, it's shitty, dude. It wouldn't be enough to fucking support a family. That's for sure. Unless you're fucking doing some shit with it, right? Like, there are big channels out there that have made a lot of money, but they had to do a lot of other side shit too to make that money, right? Yep, you have to cross-platform, dude. Yeah, and you can't count on it. Fuck no, I never count on YouTube money ever. Fuck no. Let me see. I'll tell you guys what the last, and this is why I know Catherine's not making shit on YouTube, okay? Because with as many subscribers as she has that are fake, and as many as that I have as that are real, they ain't shit, dude. Okay, so this month. Okay, so my next payment will be August. I didn't get one this month because it wasn't enough. So this month, my expected payment is $181. That is, I think that'll be after taxes. Let's take a peek here. Yeah. June was 108, May 168, April 159, and March 133. So that's what, like $600-700 in the last 4 months on YouTube. Ain't much. It's not. Maybe enough to pay a light bill or two. Pay the internet, maybe. Hey, I could pay my internet bill with a month of streaming on YouTube, okay? It's not. That's why I point out here that the people like Katherine and the fucking Demon Slayers that are buying channels, you're getting taxed. You're getting taxed, okay? And again, at the end of the year when I go and file taxes, I have to claim that money. Have to. So I get taxed on that. I get taxed on it, man. They take it, and this year I had to pay into my taxes. So, yeah. So, yeah, with YouTube, it's not a get rich quick thing, man. If people think they're going to get rich on YouTube, let me tell you something right now, you're not going to. People think you can, but no, you can't, man. It is not a get rich quick platform. It is not a get rich platform. I mean, you could get rich, yeah, but you got to cross platform like Chris was saying earlier, right? That's why Katherine is cross platforming Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, any platform that she can cross thread on, she will, because that's where you start making, like, you start bringing in more followers. But again, you look at Katherine's followers on her Facebook and her YouTube, they don't add up. You would think she would have Facebook followers on YouTube and vice versa, but it doesn't always work like that. The followers on Facebook that we have in the community aren't necessarily here on the YouTube channel, but there's people in the YouTube channel that aren't in Facebook. So we have a Facebook page, man. We do. We have a Facebook page, and we share a lot of information there. We have an open chat there where it's people, the community, and it's just a fun way to engage with people offline too. So that's the one way that I do cross-platform. He's a voodoo witch doctor. I bet that helicopter was rented. Hell yeah, he doesn't own that helicopter. Probably rented that shit with fucking Katherine's donor money. Yeah. Hey, what up, Frenchie? What up, what up? Good to see you, Frenchie. How you doing, man? What up? We're talking about Katherine Crook, man. She's over in Sweden right now. She's over in Sweden, and all we're trying to do is just let people know, Sweden specifically, hey, man, just don't let her back. I know, right, dude? Chris, hey, bro, wait till you see the fucking shirt I ordered, dude. Wait till you see the fucking shirt I ordered. I got it off Etsy. Dude, I've been finding some dope shirts on Etsy. And Chris, I'm making a shirt right now for the channel. It's a Jim Jones shirt, dude. Yeah, I'm going to fuck with it later tonight, I think, after I eat dinner. I'm going to sit up here and fuck around and make a couple new shirts, man. I've been having some ideas about some Jim Jones shirts and some fucking Heaven's Gate shirts, man. Oh, Catherine, yeah, she's a certified nut, dude. She's just never been certified. Yeah. But yeah, I got a couple new shirts coming in the mail, Chris, and they're fucking dope. Yeah, dude. The one I got, it's a Heaven's Gate shirt. And then the other one I got, it's a fucking Charlie Manson shirt. It says Charlie Manson Summer Camp. Spawn Ranch 1968. Fucking love it, dude. Dude, and I started getting some ideas, so I got one down on my laptop right now that I'm working on. And it's Jim Jones and it says stay thirsty, my friends. So I'm working on that one. But I want to do one with Jim Jones and Doe where it's Doe holding a thing of Jello and it's Jim Jones saying amateurs. Holding a cup of Kool-Aid. I got to figure out how to do that without doing AI, but yeah, I want to find something with Jim Jones and Doe. Dude, I've been finding some really fucking dope shirts online and I want to get more Jim Jones apparel because I don't know, it's just I like it. His face is very recognizable. Everybody's like, that's fucking Jim Jones right there. Everybody knows who the fuck that guy is. Proof from I don't even know. I'm not even gonna fucking respond to that stupid ass fucking comment because I don't do politics in here. Yep. 600 on eBay, huh? Are they? Yeah. You know what, Chris? I would buy them. What style Nikes are they? I would buy them, bro. I wouldn't even wear them. I wouldn't even wear them, dude. I'd put them in like a fucking glass case and put them on the wall as a fucking centerpiece, bro. I would. Imagine if you actually had ones from like the cult members, though, bro. Like, what if you actually had one from one of the bodies? Holy shit. That would just bring a whole fucking different level of uniqueness to it. Hey, these are actually does right here. Frenchie, yeah, you want to know about David? Fucking sick or dead, man. He ain't dead. He's fucking sick, though. Yeah, David's sick for sure. We know he went to the hospital, and I don't know when the last time you were here, Frenchie, but we came into some information and found out that David took a trip to the hospital during COVID, and somebody brought up the other day that maybe a possible foot amputation. You've got a real newspaper from North Korea? No way. I want one. I want one, dude. Shit. But no, nothing, Frenchie. Sick. We're under the impression that like he might not even make it for his little fucking cancer crusade. For real. Chuck Wood brought up a fucking diabetic amputation, man. Oh, I believe you. I believe you, Chris. Fuck. I wonder if I can like get signed up to like fucking North Korea's fucking like newspapers. Have them sent to my house. Fucking just strap their economy a little bit more. But yeah, let's get back to Catherine. Catherine. Yeah, Catherine. And Catherine, don't forget to report your money when you come back in, okay? Okay, let's see who this agent is because I gotta call.
Hello. Thank you for calling. To opt out, please press 2. Thank you, and have a great day.
Okay. Um, what haven't we brushed on with Catherine today, you guys? Where's she going next? Paris or is it New Zealand? Paris or New Zealand? That's where Catherine's going next. One of the two, if she makes enough money. Dude, these ones are $1,400 fucking dollars, bro. Dude, these ones are 1,400, bro. Damn. Here's a pair for fucking 3,700, bro. Yeah, the Nikes that year, those were real special, man. Hey, Arlen, how you doing today, man? Yeah, that year of Nike, those kind of went down in history, man. Those kind of went down in history. Not kind of, but they did, and they took them off the shelf right after. Because that's all. Remember, Chris? That's pretty much all the people saw, like on TV, bro. Was the fucking shoes? Remember, and the purple sheets covering them. Nobody ever saw the faces. All they saw was the shoes, man. That was it. Now that remember, Chris, like really fucking goat think for a minute, dude. Did you see anything else but the fucking shoes? Really? That's it. You saw the shoes and the fucking purple shroud. That's it. Yeah, they didn't want that type of publicity. No, they were. Yeah, they were Jordans. I think. Yeah, they were '97 Nike Air Jordans. Yeah, they're like some fucking trainers or some shit. There are some jogging shoes. Yeah. No, they weren't Jordans though. I don't think. Let me double check. Chris sent me the link. Were they Jordans, Chris? I don't think they were Jordans. No, they were Nike vintage 97s. Yeah. And they don't make them anymore, man. Plain black running shoes with the white swoosh on them. That's them right there. There's some basic ass Nikes, huh, Chris? Dude, now people are selling them for over $4,000 a fucking pop, dude. That is just insane, dude. And they had on the black ones, right, Chris? They didn't have the white ones. Yeah. Yeah, those shoes got popular real fucking quick, man. They became relics after that. It's weird how like an event like that will turn a shoe into a relic, right, Chris? Seriously, like we talk about Heaven's Gate, and I know you fucking love Heaven's Gate, man. I did. I don't know if I have a favorite cult. Like I know you fucking love talking about Heaven's Gate. If I was gonna have to pick one, I mean, fuck, there's quite a few. There's a Children of God, um, fucking Jim Jones, the People's Temple. There's this other dude, I forget his fucking name, man. He did some fucked up shit, and that guy. There was a Netflix documentary about him. It's like this fucking weird ass rainbow fucking cult, man. It's like called the Rainbow People or something. It was weird, and that was a full blown fucking like sex cult, man. But Heaven's Gate was like, yeah, the Branch Davidians. What year was that? What year was Waco? I think I was still kind of too young to understand what that was about Waco. I think that was what, 89, 90, 93. Fuck no, it was 93. So I'd have been, I was 82, I was born in 82, 92. So I'd have been 11 years old when that shit happened. Yeah, so I wouldn't have been old enough to understand. But that was 93. Jim Jones was what? What was Jim Jones? Guyana? That was in the 80s, wasn't it? When was that? That was 40 years ago. God damn, what year was that? 78. 1978. Yeah, they all thought, those motherfuckers, dude. Yeah, Heaven's Gate legit thought Chris. And where I lived, I could see that fucking comment, dude. I remember that. I remember Heaven's Gate like it's fucking yesterday. Because Hellbop was such a big fucking deal. And then this cult comes out, oh, we're going to go and sit on the comment and wave at everybody as it goes by. We're going to fucking do fucking manual castrations too. We're not even going to use any kind of fucking anesthetics or anything. There's only one money penny. Yeah. And these people all thought they were going to go and sit on the back of this fucking comment tail and like, hey, wait, bye. And this guy literally took them all to the end. He took them all to the end, man. Doe took them all to the end. T and Doe. Watch the exit videos, man. That's what they're called. They're called Heaven's Gate exit videos, dude. And they're pretty fucking cryptic, man. It's like they're happy. It's like they're happy about fucking checking out and committing suicide. It was really, really insane, man. Hey, Nancy, how you doing today? And how it worked is like they did it in shifts, right? Like one group would do everything, one group would make sure they all went down, and then they would do it in shifts. And I think Doe was the last to go. He was the last one. They all videotaped a goodbye message, dude, and they're all really, really cryptic, man. It's very scary because just think these are these people's last message to the world. Oh, watch them, Danielle. Holy shit, dude. You think the Jim Jones shit was crazy? Just as bad, dude. Just as, I don't want to say crazy, but it's just like, holy shit, like these people. Yeah, that one that said, beam me up, Scotty. He did. I'll fucking beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, they were all very happy about this process, man. They were. They had cut their hair. They had basically shed their fucking life of all earthly possessions, which is very typical in suicides, which you give it all your shit, you give it away. Yeah, but the ones on YouTube are good too, though, Chris. I'm guessing all the ones on YouTube are on HBO Max. But yeah, there's some good documentaries on HBO Max about Heaven's Gate, Guyana. You can look them up on YouTube. You can find them on YouTube, Jackie. Just type in Heaven's Gate interviews. They're fucking, yeah. Yep. They're all on social media. Yep. And I've watched them, man. I've watched them. And I'm thinking about I'm remembering them now. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like that those were those people's like their last will and testament, man. That was their exit. Once that video was done, that was it. There was no more contact with the outside world. They didn't make calls. And yeah, they all drank that the Jello. It was a cocktail of fuck, help me out, Chris. What was it? Oh yeah, Warren Jeffs. Dude, he's still running his shit from the fucking church, man. Or from the prison. Warren Jeffs is still the fucking leader of the church, man, of his little fucking pedophile ring. Yeah, but fuck. Yeah, FLDS. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, FLDS. Warren Jeffs. Yep. There was only one thing good for that guy, and it wasn't prison. Yeah, it was a shot of vodka, Jello, and it had like some kind of fucking it's heart stopped your heart. It made you stop breathing. Yeah, Jackie, we've Warren Jeffs. He should have been taken out back if you catch my drift, right? That's just my opinion on that one. He shouldn't even fucking had a case, that piece of shit. Fucking pedophile. Dude was fucking running. He was running. He was wearing like a wig and shit. He didn't want to be caught. They were going after him, and he fucking knew. He knew what he was doing was wrong, and he was abusing little boys from the fucking get-go when he was growing up. He's always been a fucking pedophile, man. From the time he was a young man, a young boy, he was abusing fucking little boys and girls, man. Warren Jeffs has been a sick fuck all his life, and there is no cure for that type of person. You have to have one ethnic ingredient for any cocktail worth a damn. Yeah. Yeah, Utah's Mormon country, bro. Yeah. Warren Jeffs. Yeah, Chris. Dude, Utah's big time Mormon country, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, watch the documentary, Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey. If any of you guys haven't watched that, man, watch it. Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's fucking incest running rampant. Then you start getting mental health fucking conditions, right? Degenerative fucking diseases, right? When you start having incest like that, absolutely. It's not only wrong, but then later down the line, you start facing fucking problems with incest, man. The jaw, fucking everything, speech patterns. Chris introduced me to a family called the Whitakers, man. And I watched their story. I watched their story. And it wasn't even them. It was the families prior to them, man. Had nothing to do with the immediate family. It trickles down the gene line, man. It doesn't happen right away. It slowly trickles down the line. It's a very slow process, and it does happen. Yes, they did. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Very sad story. But it shows what happens. Dude, the Whitakers, exactly like we're talking about FLDS and incest now, fucking way off Catherine Crick, but yeah, that's what happens. Like, with the Whitakers, like, it was their, like, great grandparents that were doing it, man. It wasn't even them. But the family down the end faced all the consequences. It's really sad. And that's, you're right, with FLDS, there's a very, very high possibility of incest down the line. Yes, absolutely. And there probably already is. Like the royal families, yes, they were doing it, man. It's fucking weird. Oh, let's keep the bloodline pure. Yeah, it was generations of inbreeding. Yeah, it was generations of inbreeding that did it. Yep. And it's kind of with FLDS, right? You got generations of people maybe not even checking the gene lines to making sure they're not within that same gene line, right? Yeah. It's, call it God, call it genes, whatever. There, nature, selection, whatever, has a real keen way of letting us know we're not supposed to do that. That we're not supposed to be sleeping with our own fucking family members. And it lets us know in a really, really fucked up way. Nature is very fascinating to me. It is. Like, the thing with the Whitakers, like, look at that. Look what happened. That's why you don't do it. That's why you don't sleep with family members. That's why cousins don't sleep with cousins, all brothers, sisters. That's why you just don't do it. Back to Katherine, Sweden. Sweden. The Swedes. The Swedes. Hey, what's up, Raymond? Split his people, one half in Texas, Mexico because of birth defects. Yeah. I would never marry Katherine, dude. Fuck no. Nope. She needs too much fucking attention, dude. Dude, if I'm marrying somebody, it's gonna be a woman that doesn't need attention 24/7, man. And I get women want attention all the time, but I want a woman that's gonna be like, fuck, I'm gonna go out with my friends, and I can be like, okay, bye. Bye. Hey, Fitzhugh, what up? No, I can't. I can't imagine David and Katherine in the same room. I can't. I mean, I could, but David would probably try to eat her because he'd probably think she's a fucking Twinkie or some shit like that. He's all, hey, this one's cream filled. Can I eat this one? I don't know. I do need to do a Daniel Adams shirt up though. Yeah. Yeah. I do need to do a Daniel Adams shirt. Yep. I know, right? An apostle fucking like battle royale. Oh, well, that's tomorrow. July 30th is tomorrow. He knows we're going to be watching. He knows we'll be watching. But here's the thing. Fitzhugh, I personally don't think Dave's going to make it, man. I think he's in very poor health, and he doesn't want us to see that. He's going to play all fucking reruns, man. He's going to play all reruns. Because, again, man, we've put so much pressure on David, so just through social media. And he can't. He can't. He knows we'll be reposting his shit if he puts anything up. And he knows we watch because he's called the channel out. He's called me out. He's called the channel out. He knows who we are. He knows who I am. Yep. They're like, he makes it like some big fucking deal. Oh, that'll come eventually. That's coming. That'll come. It's just time. They got to have the right people come forward and talk. But no, it'll come, Fitzhugh. Same with Katherine. Look at that 7M cult that just got busted in Cali. You think the feds are going to give a fuck about these low-level fucking grifters? No, they're going to start nailing these fuckers, man. But they got to have the right crimes in place in order for them to do a bust. That's all. With David, Dude, he hit the fucking trifecta, bro. Human trafficking, fucking drug trade. I'm sure there's drug trade there going on. And money laundering, man. And you're right, Fitzur. David E. Taylor, that piece of shit can't even stand up anymore. See, hey, Octolubes, it was a grift. It was probably enough for all 3 fucking trips, but she just wanted to see how much money she could grift. What she was asking for was an insane amount of money. $100,000 for a Sweden trip. So what? Her and the fucking little slut sister can go fucking have a little fucking fuck fest on the donor dime. Yeah, real nice, Katherine. No, we'll see. Here's with David and Fitzur. You want to something the feds fucking pretty much told me without telling me. Okay. I'm gonna be real about that. Oh, Uncle Jake, I think you might be behind just a little bit. So I had made some reports about David to the FBI, right? Especially when I started getting death threats. And it was around the time that I got the death threats that I was talking to the feds. Okay. And this is on the phone. I'm not going to tell the names of who I was talking to for obvious reasons, but yes, they did call me and they did say, okay, what happened? I sent them all the links. I sent them everything. They know exactly who David is. And we got to talking about twin flames. Okay. I'm not going to I'll just say fucking Mr. Agent. Said, hey, have you heard about twin flames? Fuck, I know who about. I know all about them. I know exactly who they are. All right, Mr. Agent says, so my bosses that I work for, U.S. attorneys, people such, he's like, they do know who you are. I want you to know that. He's like, they know who you are. They know who your community is. They know your first and last name. They know all about you. I said, okay, I'm not after that, but okay, what's up? He was like, all right, look, man. He's like, I'm not telling you what to do. But he was like, Twin Flames was about to get brought up in court. Okay. They're about to be brought up in court. And they held up their little fucking status as a 501c3. Okay. I'm your source. The agent man's not going to get on the fucking phone and tell you guys he said this, but I'm telling you guys this happened. I have no reason to fucking lie about it, but obviously I'm not going to give you names of who I spoke to. And again, this is all after the death threats. When David sent the death threats, I was like, I called them because I have their number. I have the dude's cell phone number. And I was like, look, man, I was like, this is enough. I don't give a fuck about policies or procedures anymore. This guy's issuing fucking death threats now. And I was like, he knows where the fuck I live. And this is a problem. Besides the point. Anyways, back to Twin Flames. So he's like, okay, well, with Twin Flames, right, once they held up their 501c3, the fucking U.S. attorneys backed off. Okay? He's like, the U.S. attorneys backed off, Rich. Because they're so fucking scared that they're a church. And I was like, they're not a church. And he's like, bear with me, listen up. And he's like, so about 6 months ago, a documentary comes out on Twin Flames on Netflix. I was like, yep, I saw it. He's like, well, guess what? Now my bosses are all about getting those guys'. Yep. Yep. He's like, again, I'm not telling you what to do. Just saying, that's what's happening right now. Just use your brain. I was like, okay, tracking. Yep. Yep. So that is, I don't know shit about what they're doing with David. I don't. I've only ever sent them information. They never tell me anything. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with David. My opinion, I think they're just going to wait till the fucking fat fuck dies and then go in and fucking take everything. Because I think at this point, they're legit worried about a fucking shootout because they know there's guns in this cult, okay? So, I think, fuck David. He's got his day coming, all right? I think we need to do one about Katherine. We need to do a documentary about Katherine. That's what we need to do. Not David. Fuck that piece of shit. He's done. There's nothing else we can do. He's pretty much buried his own fucking hole. He's dug it and buried himself in. I think Katherine is the one we need a documentary for, not David. Katherine's dangerous. Katherine's dangerous, and I think she's the one that needs it out of all people. So yeah, that's more or less what I was fucking told, man. And I've kept a lot of this shit off channel for obvious reasons, right? I do have emails to prove all this shit. I have emails from them asking about certain stuff. But again, I'm not going to say what they're asking for obvious reasons. But yeah, man. David's fucked. And Katherine, again, she's the one that needs a documentary. So if there's anybody out there that knows how to do documentaries, let's do it. I'll help. What do you want? What do you need? I'll fucking show up and help you do B-roll footage, whatever. But at this point, it's about getting documentaries up on these cult leaders and bringing it all to the public. Because Netflix is it, man. When there's a new documentary about a cult on Netflix, fuck, people watch it. For whatever reason. For whatever reason, man. People watch shows on Netflix about cults. Yeah, from immigrant to alien to refugee. You're a fucking... What are you? You're an emoji. Fucking alien, man. Nicholas watching Avatar. Remember how he's like, 5 fingers, he's a fucking alien. Alien, look, 5 fingers. Alien. Catherine's all, I'm an alien too. I'm an alien from another planet. So, yeah, with Katherine, it's gonna take a documentary to shut her down. I swear to God. It'll probably happen quicker if we get a documentary up on Netflix about it. So maybe that can kind of be the focus of our next stream, is to kind of put feelers out there to see if there's anybody that's willing to do a Netflix documentary about Katherine Crick. The B-roll's all on social media, unless she's going to fucking hide it all from her followers. I mean, what... I mean, it would be really nice to see her sit down with Netflix and do an interview. But again, she won't sit down with anybody for an interview unless she knows she's controlling the narrative. So that'll be damn near next to impossible to get like an on-site interview with her, like a good interview, because she won't let it. Yeah. Yeah, Katherine, you literally suck at everything. Yeah, that's what we would need, Chris. Yes, you're right. You're right. But you know what, though? No, she is, dude. When she posts all her little fucking vacation videos, dude, she's showing her true fucking colors, what she's about. No, she is out of character. Dude, go look at the fucking Instagram photos that her and the Gimp put up when they went to like Greece and shit, bro. Dude, they're staying at fucking rad fucking places, bro. Nah, she's out of character when they're putting those videos up. You don't need... Katherine, just go to their Facebook and Instagram, bro. You'll see it. It's all there. You see her fucking like posing for photos, like she's like... You do. You don't. You just got to go to her fucking Facebook and Instagram page, bro. You'll see her out of character all fucking day. What she's truly about. What she's really, truly about. And it's not God. It's money. Everybody else's money. Right, Katherine? God. I was talking to this source about you today, Katherine. Trying to figure out like your thought process, man. Like, I'm really trying to be in your brain, man. Dude, Dan, call it what you want, bro. I think she's psycho. I seriously think she's... Well, you know what else this source brought up today? Is we could possibly see her going into paranoid schizophrenia, man. We have a really very unique situation here with this specimen. We do with Katherine. She is unique in a sense that not only is she suffering from narcissistic personality disorder, but she's also suffering from fucking mental health conditions that are exacerbated by narcotics, I think. This source brought that up today, going into paranoid schizophrenia, because it starts in your 20s. And it just progresses. Because Katherine is paranoid right now. That's what my source said today, that she's paranoid. She's paranoid. They're like, I can tell you that she's paranoid. She won't be out and about unless she absolutely has to be. And it's for her. So as far as Katherine coming out and about, no. Because she's paranoid. Something going on in her? Yeah, her fucking mental health, bro. Her problem is she's never sat down with a fucking therapist and never talked to anybody about the problems or the things that have happened to her while she was coming up in Africa, and, you know, how Davy abused her and all this other shit, man. Katherine's literally buried all her problems probably in pills, dude. And when this all takes a shit, Katherine, like, you're gonna fucking crack mentally. Katherine's never really had a real job, a lifeguard and a server for a very short time. Exactly. She's never really. When she got an apartment in fucking Beverly Hills, she thought it was it was like getting a job and filling out an application. Well, yeah, you have to fucking fill out an application to get an apartment, Katherine. What the fuck? Same when you got to get fucking home, Katherine. Guess what? You know what you got to do when you buy a house? You got to fill out a fucking application for a loan. But you know, you're never going to get a home, Katherine, except your parents. But even then, you're probably going to lose that one because you're never going to work to pay the taxes on it. So the county will just repossess it eventually. IRS will come take it from you. Unless John Tall goes to work and fucking makes all the money for you. But yeah, you'll never get a house, Katherine. You know why? Because you don't have a line of credit. And typically when you go and buy a house, the banks want to see financial statements stretching back for several years that are consistent. Not just 6 months of you fucking, oh, maybe I'll get this much this month. No, they want to see paycheck after paycheck after paycheck after paycheck after paycheck in your bank account. So I know you're never going to be able to find a house. Oh yeah, and I was talking to Matt Moore and this other source today. They're like, Rich, they're building those fucking smart homes down here, that smart city. They're like, they just passed that fucking law. So I guess all that shit that burned down, and they're going to build that smart city there in California. Newsom just fucking passed it, I guess. I'm so glad I got out of California. What a shithole. And it's going to be like affordable housing and shit like that. It'll be like Section 8, I guess. Yeah, she does. She has a flat ass. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. And I don't want to, donors, again, I really want to reach out to you guys. You guys might think I'm a piece of shit and that I'm going to hell and all this and fucking I'm wrong. Hey, that is cool. I'm okay with you thinking that. I don't care because I know I'm not wrong. I know Katherine's a fraud and I know she's scamming you. Those are two things I know I'm right about with Katherine. She's a fraud and she's scamming you. I can fucking stamp that shit and be like, yeah, I know I'm sure on that one. That she's using your donor money to go on these trips. Yep, that's true too because Katherine isn't working a job. She should technically be giving that money back to the community there in LA. But did you see her go out and help rebuild any of the houses? Like, donors, were any of those your houses? Did any of your guys' family members lose houses? Did you ask Katherine to go out and help rebuild? I think so, man. I think so. No assets. And literally no assets. She doesn't. What does she have? Her apartment? Her apartment and that's it? Big whoop. But as far as Katherine having a job and her and John Tall, if people stop paying Katherine and John Tall tomorrow, their money would run out pretty quick. They would have to eventually get jobs. But Katherine's all, I don't have to get a job. I'm the apostle. I'm an apostle. I don't need to get a job. I know. She could launch her own brand of hardwood floors, right? You just lay on her back. She looks like a fucking board with 2 knot holes in it. Sorry. Catherine's I'm number 2, clear naughty pine, okay? Yeah. But no, Javi, you bring up a good point, right? Money-wise, what assets does she have, bro? She doesn't. She doesn't. This is all just a fucking money grab to her. She's on money, 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 money. Give me money, 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 money. I'm famous. Give me money, 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 money. And literally that's what Katherine wanted to be, was famous, right? We know that. We know Yeah, I think she's got a car. She drives around in a black Suburban sometimes, man. I don't know if it's hers or if she hires like a security company when she goes and does these fucking events. I don't know what they do, man. Katherine doesn't go out, dude. Besides from her events, Katherine won't go out. She's only going out if she's going to go for her little fucking shitty hikes, okay? Or if she's going to an event to get fucking praise and worship. That's it. But other than Katherine going out, no, she's a hermit. She's a little fucking hermit. That's what these sources are telling me. Like, no, she doesn't go out. She won't. Maybe to get a little bit of sun and maybe fucking step on some lizard tails. Hey, Shafi. But as far as Katherine going out and being social in any kind of social setting, no, won't do it. Doing good, Shafi. How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. We're talking about this cult leader named Katherine Crick, man. She's in Sweden, and she is a fraud and a con artist. And that's all we've ever just really been trying to point out to people, man. Is it's okay to, like, hey, if you want to believe in God, that's cool. If you want to do culty shit, leave the kids out of it, and don't fucking scam people. That's all I've ever asked. Leave the kids out. If you want to start a cult, that's cool. Leave the fucking kids out of it, and don't fucking scam people in the process. You want to do your culty fucking bullshit, that's cool, man. Go ahead. Again, leave the fucking kids out of it. Once we find out about the abuse, then we're going to step in, and we're going to make your life hell. And Katherine, we know she's abusing kids, too. I know Katherine is abusing kids indirectly with her bullshit fucking theology, man. It's dangerous what this woman's preaching. And anybody that's been following her has just been being fucking fed a line of bullshit, man. That happens, man. That happens, bro. Yeah, depressive symptoms suck, man. I'm with you. I suffer from depression, man. I'm with you, man. It happens. Yeah. She did. She went to fucking Sweden for some Swedish meatballs because John Tall's fucking balls are not Swedish. Nah, she can't cure autism. I mean, Katherine, if you could cure anything, you'd be over in George Davies' fucking AIDS orphanage carrying all those kids with AIDS. That's another good one. Katherine, why aren't you over in Tanzania? Why aren't you over in Tanzania, Katherine? Seriously. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because I got to cook dinner. But Katherine, for real, why aren't you in Tanzania, man? Why aren't you there? I would think out of all places you would be there in Tanzania, but no. You're like, fuck Joe Davy, I don't need to go to Tanzania anymore. I got what I wanted. I got the anointing. I got the anointing. You want to give me the old in out? Should we go and do the old in out? Oh, man. But yeah, that's pretty much how Katherine got her anointing. So going to Africa, get knocked up by George Davy. She didn't get knocked up, but George Davy did try to knock her up. And now Katherine, you know, it's Katherine again. I take so much pleasure in knowing that no dude is ever going to fucking get you pregnant. That you're never going to know the love of a child, of your child. Because you're just so fucking self-centered, Katherine, that you won't have kids because it'll be a contest for you and your kid. Imagine having a kid and then like you fucking have a contest with your own kid. Hey Chris, could you imagine Katherine like mad dogging her own kid? I could. I could. I could see Katherine as like the next Ruby Frankie, man. Catherine's all, who's Ruby Frankie? Well, Katherine, go look her up. Okay? Go look up Ruby Frankie. Honestly, that's what you would have been. You would have left your kids like fucking tied up and shacked up in some dark closet, not fed them for a fucking week while you're out doing bullshit with your church. Come back, they're all fucking malnourished and fucked up. That would have been you, Katherine. That's my prophecy. That would have been you. You wouldn't have taken care of your kids, or you would have just dumped them off with somebody else. Not having any fucking clue about the people you're leaving your children with. That would have been Katherine. Like you do. You have Ruby Frankie vibes. Ruby Frankie vibes you, Katherine. I'm glad you're not going to have kids. And thanks, dudes, for not getting her pregnant. All right? If any guys are out there watching this, don't get Katherine pregnant, okay? Don't Get her knocked up. Please don't. It's the last thing we fucking want is her to get fucking pregnant, okay? Honestly, I don't... Yeah, Catherine. That's why I pity you in all this. Like, for real. I have a sense of pity for you and John Tall because no dude is ever gonna fucking marry you guys. They're never gonna settle down. No dude's ever gonna want to give you kids. So when you sleep at night, Catherine and John Tall, just know that. Just know you're never gonna fucking be able to have families like normal people. Because you guys are just so fucked up in your ways. You guys are both delusional with what you're doing. Any donors out there, you guys, just listen, man. Just listen. I'm not Christian, all right? Just stop giving her money. Tithe it somewhere else. Check where the money's going. Ask her for a printout of the receipts of where your donations are going. What she's doing is literally fraud. It's fraud. By taking the money and doing other shit with it and not helping the church. I mean, donors, wouldn't you have liked to see her have a static location? Like a church that she can preach from every Sunday? Or no? Really ask yourself that. Wouldn't you like to see her have a church? I mean, imagine yourselves. Imagine if Catherine had a church you guys could go to every Sunday with all the money you guys have been giving her. Instead, she's just going to these theaters every week. I mean, really imagine that, donors. Wouldn't you like to be like, hey, why don't you have a static location yet? You've been doing this for years now. You should have a church somewhere. But again, because there's no board, no oversight, you don't get that. Catherine's just fucking doing the bare minimum. And the Sweden gig, you guys, now that I'm thinking about it, like Daniela was saying, dude, that gig probably only cost her 20 grand. Probably only cost her 20 grand. There's no fucking way 100 grand for Sweden. Yeah, right, Catherine. That gig could cost you 20 grand. Then you're saying, oh, it's going to cost me $100,000. $100,000, everybody. Yeah. I'm pretty sure her and Denial would get into fights. Well, you're right, Chris. You're right. Exactly. Why would she spend rent on a church? Dude, with the money, she could have just bought a location straight up, dude. She wouldn't even need to spend money. She could just buy it straight up with all the fucking money she earned. But again, like when you're in the game, Chris, like fast money earned is fast money spent, right? So she's earning money so fast that she's just spending it, dude. The fast money is fast spent. So there's that, man. And I really don't think she's going to last much longer. Dude, asking for that kind of money, Chris, you're literally asking for somebody's fucking retirement account. She's already asked for my parents. I mean, I might as well ask for everybody else's too. And with that being said, I'm going to go and wrap it up. I got to cook dinner. Family's coming tonight, so I'm on dinner tonight. And I'm getting hungry. All right, Catherine, well, enjoy your scam fucking show in Sweden. Swedes, you need to wake the fuck up. Don't let this woman in your country ever again. She cares nothing about your citizens. So, Sweden, beware. Catherine Crick is there. And right now she's noted as America's most dangerous cult leader. Yeah, David had no problems. Yep. Catherine's all, neither do